Good morning. Before you check your phone, before the noise of the world grabs your attention, before your mind starts running through everything you have to do today, I want you to just stop for a moment and breathe. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Slow down, because today we are not just going to pray for things to go well. We are going to ask for something deeper. We are going to ask God to walk with us step by step through every single moment of this day. There is a difference between asking God to bless your day from a distance and asking Him to actually walk beside you through it. One is like asking someone to wish you luck before you leave the house. The other is like asking someone to hold your hand the entire way. Today, we are asking for the second one. We are asking for His presence, not just His permission. We are asking Him to be right here, right now, and every moment after this until our head hits the pillow tonight. Let's begin. Lord, good morning. I open my eyes today, and the very first thing I want to do is turn to you. Not to my phone, not to my worries, not to yesterday's mistakes, but to you. Because you are the one constant in a world that keeps shifting under my feet. You are the one who never changes, even when everything around me does. Today, Lord, I don't know exactly what is going to happen. I don't know if it will be a smooth day or a hard one. I don't know if the people I meet will be kind or difficult. I don't know if the plans I have made will actually happen the way I hope, or if they will fall apart and I will have to figure out something new. But what I do know is this: I do not have to walk through any of it alone. So, Lord, walk with me today. Walk with me when I step out of my front door and into the busyness of the world. Walk with me in traffic, when people are impatient and I feel my own patience running thin. Walk with me into my workplace, into my classroom, into whatever space I am about to enter, where I will have to perform, produce, and prove myself all over again. Walk with me into conversations I am nervous about. Walk with me into decisions I don't feel ready to make. Walk with me into the unknown, because, Lord, so much of today is still unknown to me, but it is not unknown to you. I think about how easy it is to face a day feeling like I am carrying it all on my own shoulders. The pressure to succeed, the pressure to provide, the pressure to be everything to everyone, to show up perfectly for my family, my friends, my responsibilities, while quietly falling apart on the inside. Lord, today I hand that pressure to you. I was never meant to carry it alone. You never asked me to. There is a story, one you probably already know, about a man walking along a beach with God, looking back over his life like footprints in the sand. In the hardest, most painful seasons of his life, he noticed only one set of footprints, and he was confused, even a little hurt, wondering where God had gone during the times he needed him most. And the answer he received was simple. During those seasons, God said, "It was then that I carried you." I think about that story often, because it captures something so many of us feel but rarely say out loud. We assume that when life gets hard, God has stepped back. We assume silence means absence. But maybe, just maybe, the moments that felt the most lonely were actually the moments we were being carried the most. So today, Lord, if there are parts of this day that feel too heavy for me, I ask that you carry me through them. Not because I am weak, but because I was never designed to do this life completely on my own strength. Give me the humility to admit when I need help. Give me the wisdom to lean on you instead of trying to control everything myself. Let's talk for a moment about what it actually means to have God walk with you through a day. It doesn't mean the traffic disappears. It doesn't mean the difficult coworker suddenly becomes easy to deal with. It doesn't mean the bills stop showing up in your mailbox, or the health issue disappears overnight, or the relationship that has been strained is instantly repaired. Walking with God through your day means that in the middle of all of that, you have a steady presence, an inner peace, a quiet reassurance that no matter what happens externally, something inside you remains anchored. That is what we are asking for this morning. Not the removal of every obstacle, but the presence of God inside every obstacle. Lord, walk with me when I face criticism today. Whether it comes from a boss, a family member, a stranger online, or even from my own inner voice that is often harsher to me than anyone else could be, help me to receive it without letting it crush me. Help me to separate truth from cruelty, feedback from insult. And when the criticism is unfair, give me the grace to let it go instead of carrying it around all day like a weight tied to my chest. Walk with me when I feel tempted to compare myself to others. It is so easy, especially now, to open a screen and see someone else's success, someone else's body, someone else's relationship, someone else's life, and immediately feel like mine falls short. Lord, remind me today that comparison is a thief. It steals joy from moments that would otherwise be beautiful. Help me to run my own race, at my own pace, trusting that the path you have set for me is different from anyone else's, and that is exactly how it is supposed to be. Walk with me when I feel discouraged about how slowly things are moving in my life. The job I am waiting for, the healing I am hoping for, the relationship I am praying for, the breakthrough that seems to be taking forever to arrive. Lord, help me to trust your timing even when it does not match mine. Help me to believe that delay is not denial, that waiting seasons are not wasted seasons, and that you are working behind the scenes even when I cannot see any movement at all. I want to pause here and just say something simple but important. If you are listening to this today and you feel like you have been waiting so long for something to change, I want you to know that your waiting is not in vain. Every single day that passes is not a day lost. It is a day where something is being built in you, even if you cannot see it yet. Patience is not passive. It is one of the most active forms of faith there is. Lord, walk with me through my responsibilities today. Whether that means going to a job that drains me, taking care of children who need my full attention even when I am exhausted, studying for exams that feel overwhelming, or simply getting through household tasks that never seem to end, give me strength for each one. Not strength for the whole week, not even strength for the whole day, just strength for the next task in front of me. One step, one task, one moment at a time. There is a kind of exhaustion that comes not just from doing too much, but from carrying invisible weights nobody else can see. The worry about a family member's health, the financial pressure that keeps you up at night, the quiet grief over something you lost that people have stopped asking about, assuming you have moved on when really you are still healing. Lord, if that describes anyone listening today, walk with them in a special way. Let them feel your presence even in the middle of an ordinary, exhausting day. Let them know they are not forgotten, even when they feel invisible. Walk with me, Lord, when good things happen today too. It is easy to remember to pray when life feels hard, but I don't want to forget you in the good moments either. When something goes right, when a plan works out, when someone shows me kindness, when I laugh freely without a heavy heart weighing me down, remind me to say thank you. Remind me that joy is also a gift from you, not something I stumbled into by accident. I think we sometimes make the mistake of only inviting God into the painful parts of our story and quietly leaving him out of the joyful ones, as if joy doesn't need his presence the way sorrow does. But Lord, I want you walking with me through it all. Through the mundane moments of brushing my teeth and making breakfast. Through the meaningful moments of deep conversation with someone I love. Through the boring moments stuck in a waiting room or sitting in traffic. Through the exciting moments when something new begins. I don't want to compartmentalize my life into the parts I bring to you and the parts I keep to myself. I want to bring all of it. Lord, help me to be aware of your presence throughout today, not just in this quiet moment of prayer, but in the middle of my chaos, my meetings, my errands, my conversations. Let me pause, even for a few seconds in the middle of a stressful moment, and remember that you are right there with me. Let that awareness change the way I react to things. Let it slow down my temper when I feel like snapping at someone. Let it soften my judgment when I feel like being harsh. Let it steady my anxiety when I feel like spiraling into worst-case scenarios. I also want to pray today for the people I will encounter. Lord, I don't know who I will cross paths with today, but you do. Maybe there will be a stranger who needs a kind word. Maybe there will be a coworker having a hard day who just needs someone to notice them. Maybe there will be a family member who is struggling silently, waiting for someone to ask if they are okay. Use me today, Lord. Let me be someone who brings a little bit of light into other people's days, the same way I am asking you to bring light into mine. Sometimes the greatest ministry we can offer someone is simply presence, not advice, not solutions, just showing up, sitting with someone in their pain, listening without rushing to fix things. Lord, teach me to be that kind of presence for others today, the same way I am asking you to be that kind of presence for me. Walk with me, Lord, through my fears. I have fears I don't say out loud, fears about failing, fears about being truly seen and rejected, fears about losing people I love, fears about not being enough no matter how hard I try. I bring all of that to you this morning, not because I expect the fear to disappear completely, but because I know that fear loses some of its power when it is spoken instead of hidden. There is a verse that says, "Perfect love casts out fear," and I want to hold on to that today. Not the fear that keeps me alert and safe, that is useful and wise, but the fear that paralyzes me, that keeps me from trying, from hoping, from believing that things can get better. Lord, replace that kind of fear with your peace. Let me walk through today not in denial of my fears, but in trust that is bigger than them. I also want to bring my dreams to you this morning, Lord. The things I hope for but rarely say out loud, because saying them makes them feel too real, too vulnerable, too risky. The dream of a better job. The dream of healing in a relationship that has been broken for too long. The dream of financial freedom after years of struggle. The dream of finally feeling at peace in my own mind after seasons of anxiety and doubt. Lord, walk with me toward these dreams today. Not necessarily by making them happen instantly, but by giving me the courage to keep taking steps toward them, even small ones, even when progress feels invisible. I think one of the hardest parts of chasing a dream is the middle. The beginning is exciting, full of hope and energy. The end, when the dream finally comes true, is full of celebration and relief. But the middle, the long stretch of effort without visible results, the waiting, the setbacks, the moments of doubt where you wonder if you are wasting your time, that middle part is where most people give up. Lord, if I am in the middle of something right now, give me the endurance to keep going. Remind me that the middle is not the end of the story, it is simply the part before the breakthrough. Lord, walk with me through my relationships today. Give me patience with the people who are difficult to love. Give me grace for the people who have hurt me, not necessarily to forget what happened, but to release the bitterness I have been carrying because of it. Give me the wisdom to know when to speak up and when to stay quiet, when to forgive and move forward, and when to set boundaries to protect my peace. Relationships are some of the most beautiful and most complicated parts of life. The people we love the most are often the ones who can hurt us the deepest, and the wounds from those closest to us tend to cut the sharpest. Lord, heal whatever wounds I am carrying from relationships, past or present. Help me not to project the pain from old relationships onto new ones. Help me to love with an open heart, even after being hurt, because a closed heart, while it feels safer, also misses out on so much of the beauty life has to offer. I want to pray specifically for my family this morning, Lord. Whether that means parents, siblings, children, or a chosen family of close friends who have become like blood to me, watch over them today. Protect them. Guide them. Give them strength for whatever they are facing, even the struggles they haven't told me about. Let them feel your presence surrounding them, the same way I am asking for your presence to surround me. Lord, walk with me through my finances today. I know money is not everything, but I also know it is a real source of stress for so many people, myself included at times. Give me wisdom in how I spend, how I save, and how I plan for the future. Help me not to make decisions out of fear or scarcity, but out of wisdom and trust. And if there are financial burdens weighing on me right now, I ask that you provide a way forward, even if it looks different from what I expected. Walk with me through my health today, Lord. Whether it is physical health that needs strengthening, mental health that needs steadying, or emotional health that needs healing, I bring all of it to you. Give me the discipline to take care of my body, the courage to seek help when I need it, and the patience to be gentle with myself on the days when I don't feel as strong as I wish I did. I think many of us are far harder on ourselves than we would ever be on someone else we love. If a friend came to us struggling the way we struggle, we would offer them compassion, patience, and encouragement. But when it comes to ourselves, we often offer criticism, impatience, and harsh judgment. Lord, teach me to extend the same grace to myself that I so easily extend to others. Teach me that self-compassion is not weakness, it is wisdom. As I move through today, Lord, help me to remember that I don't have to have it all figured out. I don't have to know exactly how every problem will resolve, exactly how every relationship will unfold, exactly how my future will look 5 years from now. I just have to take the next step, trusting that you are walking beside me and that you can see the parts of the path that I cannot see yet. There is so much freedom in that thought, so much relief, because so much of our anxiety comes from trying to control outcomes that were never ours to control in the first place. We exhaust ourselves trying to predict, plan, and manage every possible scenario, when really all we are called to do is show up faithfully for today and trust the rest to you. Lord, walk with me today in the ordinary moments and the extraordinary ones, in the moments of laughter and the moments of tears, in the moments of clarity and the moments of confusion, in the moments where I feel strong and capable, and the moments where I feel like I am barely holding it together. I invite you into every part of this day, because I know that with you beside me, I can face whatever comes. I also want to take a moment to thank you, Lord, for how far you have already brought me. For every hard season I have survived, even the ones that felt impossible at the time. For every prayer that has been answered, even the ones that took much longer than I wanted them to. For every person you placed in my life at exactly the right moment. For every closed door that protected me from a path that would have hurt me, and every open door that led me somewhere better than I could have planned on my own. Thank you for the version of me that exists today, shaped by every experience, good and bad, that I have walked through so far. I am not the same person I was a year ago, or 5 years ago, or 10 years ago, and I know that growth did not happen by accident. It happened because you were walking with me then too, even in the seasons I didn't recognize your presence. As I close this prayer, Lord, I ask for one more thing. Help me to carry this sense of your presence with me throughout the entire day, not just in this quiet morning moment. When I get busy, when I get stressed, when I forget to pause and breathe, gently remind me that you are still here. Let this prayer be not just words I said this morning, but a posture I carry with me until I close my eyes tonight. Lord, walk with me today, not behind me watching from a distance, not ahead of me already finished with the plan while I catch up, but beside me step by step, moment by moment, through everything this day holds. Whatever comes, I trust that I do not walk through it alone. I want to speak now to a few specific people who might be listening this morning, because I know this prayer means different things to different lives. If you are someone searching for a job right now, sending out applications that seem to disappear into silence, sitting through interviews that lead nowhere, wondering if you will ever hear the word yes again, Lord, walk with them today. Give them the strength to send one more application, to show up for one more interview, to knock on one more door without losing heart. Remind them that rejection is not a reflection of their worth, and that the right opportunity is still being prepared, even if it hasn't arrived yet. If you are a parent right now, exhausted from sleepless nights, from the endless needs of little ones, from trying to raise good humans in a world that feels harder every year, Lord, walk with them today. Give them patience in the moments when their patience has already run out. Give them energy in the moments when their body is begging for rest. Remind them that the small, invisible, repetitive acts of love they offer their children every day are not wasted, even when no one applauds them, even when the children themselves don't understand the sacrifice yet. If you are a student right now, buried under deadlines, exams, and the pressure to perform, wondering if you are smart enough, capable enough, disciplined enough, Lord, walk with them today. Calm their anxious mind before exams. Give them focus when their thoughts scatter. Remind them that their worth is not defined by a grade on a paper, even though it feels that way in the moment. If you are someone dealing with sickness right now, either your own or that of someone you love, sitting in waiting rooms, waiting for test results, waiting for a diagnosis, waiting for healing that hasn't come yet, Lord, walk with them today. Comfort them in the uncertainty. Give the doctors wisdom. Give the patient strength. And even in the waiting, let there be small moments of peace that remind them they are not forgotten. If you are grieving someone you lost, whether that loss happened recently or years ago, and grief still shows up unexpectedly in quiet moments, Lord, walk with them today. Grief does not follow a timeline, and it does not disappear just because time has passed. Comfort them in the moments the grief resurfaces. Remind them that missing someone is simply love with nowhere to go, and that it is okay to still feel the weight of that love even now. If you are someone who is lonely this morning, maybe surrounded by people but still feeling unseen, maybe truly alone with no one to call, Lord, walk with them today in a way they can feel. Let them sense your presence, even in an empty room. Remind them that loneliness is a season, not a life sentence, and that connection, real connection, is still possible for them. If you are someone battling addiction, whether to a substance, a behavior, or a pattern that keeps pulling you backward no matter how many times you try to break free, Lord, walk with them today. Give them strength for the next hour, the next decision, the next moment of temptation. Remind them that one setback does not erase all their progress, and that recovery is rarely a straight line, but it is still a path forward. If you are someone rebuilding your life after a major loss, a divorce, a bankruptcy, a career ending, a dream falling apart, Lord, walk with them today. Give them the courage to start again, even when starting again feels terrifying. Remind them that endings are often disguised beginnings, even when it doesn't feel that way in the middle of the pain. Wherever you find yourself in that list, or even if your situation is something else entirely, something this prayer hasn't named yet, I want you to know that God's presence is not limited to certain categories of struggle. He walks with the job seeker and the executive. He walks with the grieving widow and the newlywed. He walks with the addict fighting for one more clean day and the person who has never struggled with addiction but carries other invisible burdens. His presence is not rationed. It is not limited. There is enough of him for every single person listening to this prayer at the exact same time. Lord, I also want to pray about the small, ordinary moments of today because I know that most of life is not made up of dramatic events. It is made up of small, repeated choices. The choice to respond with patience instead of anger. The choice to speak a kind word instead of a harsh one. The choice to show up, even when I don't feel like it. The choice to keep going, even when quitting would be easier. Give me strength for those small choices today, Lord, because I know that character is not built in the big, obvious moments. It is built quietly in the small decisions no one else is watching. Help me to choose well again and again throughout this day. I think about how a single day is really just a collection of small moments strung together. The moment I wake up and decide whether to complain or be grateful. The moment I check my phone and decide whether to compare myself to others or celebrate my own path. The moment someone cuts me off in traffic and I decide whether to react in anger or let it go. The moment a coworker takes credit for something I did and I decide whether to hold on to resentment or release it. The moment my child asks for my attention for the 10th time in an hour and I decide whether to sigh in frustration or kneel down and really listen. None of these moments are dramatic on their own, but together, they shape the kind of person I am becoming. Lord, walk with me through those small moments today, because I know that is where most of my life actually happens, not in the big highlight reel moments, but in the quiet, unnoticed, repetitive ones. I also want to pray for my mind today, Lord. So much of my struggle happens not in my external circumstances, but in my own thoughts. The negative self-talk, the anxious spirals, the overthinking of conversations that happened days ago, the imagining of worst-case scenarios that haven't happened and probably never will. Lord, guard my mind today. Help me to take control of my thoughts instead of letting them control me. When negative thoughts arise, help me to notice them without believing every single one of them. Just because a thought enters my mind does not mean it is true. Give me discernment today to know the difference between a thought that is helping me grow and a thought that is simply trying to tear me down. Help me to speak truth over the lies that anxiety and fear often whisper. The lie that I am not enough. The lie that I will never change. The lie that things will never get better. The lie that I am alone in my struggles. Replace those lies with truth, Lord. The truth that I am capable of growth. The truth that seasons change. The truth that I am surrounded by more support than I sometimes realize. The truth that I am deeply loved, not because of what I do, but simply because of who I am. As the day moves forward, Lord, I know there will be moments where I forget all of this. Moments where stress takes over and I forget to pause. Moments where I react before I think. Moments where I feel far from you, even though you never actually left. When that happens, Lord, gently bring me back. Let something, a song, a memory, a quiet moment, a stranger's kindness, remind me to return to this posture of trust and gratitude. I don't need today to be perfect, Lord. I just need to keep coming back to you over and over throughout the day every time I drift. That is enough. That has always been enough. Let me also think ahead for just a moment to tonight. Lord, when this day is over, when I lay my head down on my pillow, I want to be able to look back and see your fingerprints throughout it. The small moments of provision, the unexpected encouragement, the quiet peace that showed up in the middle of chaos. Help me to notice those things as they happen, instead of only recognizing them in hindsight. Train my eyes to see you actively working in my life today, not just occasionally, but constantly in ways big and small. And when I do lay down tonight, whatever the day held, whether it was easier than I expected or harder than I hoped, let me end it the same way I began it, in gratitude. grateful for the chance to try again tomorrow. Grateful for the lessons the day taught me, even the uncomfortable ones. Grateful that your mercy does not run out at the end of one imperfect day, but renews itself again tomorrow morning, fresh and new, exactly like it did this morning. Lord, thank you for walking with me today. Thank you in advance for the moments I cannot yet see, the conversations I haven't had yet, the challenges I don't know are coming, and the small blessings that will show up when I least expect them. I trust you with all of it, not because I have some special ability to trust easily, but because I have seen again and again that you are trustworthy, even when I could not see the full picture in the moment. Thank you for this morning. Thank you for this new day. Thank you for the chance to begin again with a clear mind and a hopeful heart. I release today into your hands and I walk forward not in fear but in faith. Amen. Before I close, I want to leave you with a few simple truths to carry with you today. Almost like small stones you can keep in your pocket and touch throughout the day whenever you need a reminder. The first truth is this: you are not behind in life. It is so easy to look around at people your age, people you went to school with, people you follow online, and feel like you are somehow falling short of some invisible timeline. But there is no universal schedule for how life is supposed to unfold. Some people find their path early, others find it later. Some people go through several failed attempts before they find what actually works for them. None of that means you are behind. It simply means your story has its own timing, and that timing is not a mistake. The second truth is this: your feelings are valid, but they are not always facts. You can feel like a failure without actually being one. You can feel unloved without actually being unloved. You can feel like nothing will ever change without that being true. Feelings are real and they deserve to be acknowledged, but they are not always accurate reporters of reality. Learn to feel your feelings without letting them write the final story of your life. The third truth is this: rest is not laziness. In a world that glorifies constant busyness, constant hustle, constant productivity, it can feel almost shameful to rest. But rest is not the opposite of productivity. It is actually what makes sustainable productivity possible. Even the earth needs seasons of rest between harvests. You are not a machine, and you were never meant to operate like one. Give yourself permission today to rest without guilt, if rest is what you need. The fourth truth is this: small progress is still progress. If today all you manage to do is get out of bed, get dressed, and make it through your responsibilities without falling completely apart, that is not nothing. That is something. We often only celebrate the big milestones, the promotions, the graduations, the major life events, but the truth is that most of life is made of small, unnoticed victories that never get celebrated by anyone but you and God. Celebrate them anyway. The fifth truth is this: you are allowed to start over as many times as you need to. There is no rule that says you only get one chance to build the life you want. Every single morning is an opportunity to begin again, to make different choices, to move in a new direction, to let go of yesterday's failures and step into today with fresh determination. This morning is one of those opportunities. What you do with it is up to you, but know that the door to starting over is always open. I want you to hold on to these truths today, not as empty positivity, but as anchors. Because life will throw things at you today that try to convince you otherwise. It will try to convince you that you are behind, that your feelings are the whole truth, that rest is weakness, that small progress doesn't count, and that you don't deserve another chance. When those thoughts come, and they will, I want you to remember this moment, this prayer, this quiet morning where we sat together and reminded ourselves of what is actually true. Lord, seal these truths in my heart today. Let them rise up in the moments I need them most, not just as memories of something I once heard, but as living convictions that shape how I move through this day. Let me walk differently because of this time we've spent together this morning. Let me carry a little more peace, a little more patience, a little more grace, both for myself and for everyone I encounter. And Lord, one final thing before I go. Thank you for this ordinary morning that somehow became sacred simply because I chose to pause and turn my heart toward you. Thank you for meeting me here in the middle of my unfinished life, my unanswered questions, my unresolved struggles, and reminding me that none of that disqualifies me from your presence. You don't wait for me to have it all figured out before you walk with me. You walk with me exactly as I am right now in this very moment. So Lord, let's walk into today together. Whatever it holds, I am ready, not because I feel strong enough on my own, but because I know I am not walking alone. Amen. If this prayer meant something to you this morning, I want to hear from you. Write in the comments one word that describes how you feel right now, or write down what you are believing God to walk you through today. Someone else reading the comments might see your words and feel a little less alone in whatever they are facing. If you know someone who needs to hear that they are not walking through their struggles by themselves, send this to them today. A simple message at the right moment can remind someone that they matter, that they are seen, and that they are not forgotten. Come back tomorrow morning and let's do this again together. Let's keep building this habit of starting each day by inviting God into it, instead of trying to carry everything on our own. Subscribe if this kind of morning prayer helps you so you never miss a new one. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Now go out into your day remembering that you are not walking alone. Carry this peace with you, carry this trust with you, and carry the quiet confidence that whatever this day brings, you have a steady presence walking right beside you. Have a beautiful, blessed, and peace-filled day.